Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 52 of the Wizard101 full game walkthrough series. Last time we wrapped up all of Grizzleheim, finishing all the side quests that we needed to do to keep the full game walkthrough going. And today we are going to move on to Wintertusk. Now, before we begin, I do want to preface that I do have reinforcements here. His lips, at least. I'm probably not going to try to use him as much as I can. I think for most boss fights, at my level, at my current ability to do damage to some of these bosses that have like 5,000 or 6,000 health, I'm probably gonna have to call them in. Some of these bosses have like one or two that I probably can just risk it and see how it goes. But if anything, I'm still gonna be the main hitter. And I think I should be good for like the mob fights and stuff like that. But just something I want to make sure that this is going along smoothly. I want to make sure that we are progressing and it's not just me dying over and over again, and I think that's just the best way to do it. But I just wanted to preface that, and people were looking forward to me trying to solo this on a level 43 fire wizard with an ancient, a little better than mid pet. You're probably not going to see that today. But anyway, let's talk to Merle and get moving along.
I have troubling news from Grizzleheim. It seems as if the cold day we've feared has come to pass. Your old friend in Grizzleheim, Bjorn Ironclaws, sends word that the ravens of the Coven have struck once again. Bjorn sent word to ask you to venture to Northgard in Grizzleheim and speak to him at once. Your instructors are aware you may miss some class time. There may be make-up work when this matter is complete.
Oh, okay. I mean, have I ever done any work here? Let's be real. I don't know if I've done it. Yeah, I'm picking this episode up immediately after finishing the last one because I've just been so freaking excited to get into Wintertusk. I've never been at Wintertusk this early. I usually wait till after Dragonspire to get to Wintertusk, so it is kind of nice. The only thing that's not nice is that my arrow is busted, but, you know, I've played this game enough that I should be good to go. Talk to Bjorn.
Oh there, Outlander, forgive me. My gladness at seeing you is outmatched by my dread of the curse upon Grizzleheim. Your presence humbles me. I am only the second greatest hero in Grizzleheim when you visit my world. Times are grim. Though you defeated them before, the evil members of the Coven have struck again. We fear that this is the final act of their terrible plan to curse the Spiral with the dreaded Everwinter. King Velgard Goldenblade has need of your spells. Enter his hall and speak with him if you are a true hero.
Okay, so the Everwinter does impact the whole Spiral. Last time, or in the Ravenscar episode, it made it sound like that it was just the world of Grizzleheim. So that is actually pretty big.
I am pleased you heard my call. As Bjorn Ironclaws told you, the evil ravens of the Coven are trying to bring the Everwinter upon Grizzleheim. Once this dreadful cold comes, it will wreath our world in ice, and the freeze will spread throughout the Spiral.
Gotcha.
Though the Coven met their defeat at your hands, they crept from their hidey holes and struck again. There is much to tell you, but still more that I do not know. Your old friend, Raffin Lorespeaker in Ravenscar, wishes to speak with you. He knows more about this grim threat.
Okay. Oh, back to Raffin. Man, we spent been a while since we've talked to him. I guess 2 episodes. But did we just defeat these guys? It has been 40 minutes since we last defeated these dudes, and they are immediately like, alright, time to dust off the old armor and get back to destroying the Spiral. I just don't get what their aim is. Like, do they have a goal? Is it just control? Is it just to destroy it for the sport of it? I respect it if they're just like, honestly, we just want to watch the world burn. Like, that's okay. I get it.
Would that I had better news for you, Wizard. The Coven has returned after the same goal. The Everwinter. You have heard of the Titans of Storm, Fire, and Ice, yes? They were the first beings before the Spiral was made. The Ice Titan sleeps deep beneath Grizzleheim, sent into a centuries-long slumber by Bartleby himself. The Coven would rouse the Ice Titan from that eternal rest. When he rises, his fury will be cold and fierce. The runes tell me that the Coven is at work in Hrundle Fjord, a port in a part of Grizzleheim called Wintertusk. You must use your wits, your spells, and your courage to defeat the Coven once more. Only you can do this deed. Go and speak to Valgard Goldenblade once more, and tell him that Hrundle Fjord is where you must go.
Why am I the only one that can do this? You tell me we can't get a posse going? Like, we've pretty much cleared out all the baddies that we have, like, going around Grizzleheim proper. Why can't we just get a big party to come down there and be like, alright guys, let's mess things up. But, whatever. Maybe Valgard can clear it up for me, hopefully. All I'm seeing is that we're getting more than 200 XP, so I'm just going to shut up and enjoy it.
I can see from your grim demeanor that Raffen has told you much. So Raffen Lorespeaker tells you that the Coven is up to their evil in Hrundle Fjord. This angers and frightens me. I have not heard from my subjects in Hrundle Fjord in some time, and I worry that they have met with trouble. Balder Goldpaws is at the dock of Northgard. He can take you to the part of Wintertusk called Hrundle Fjord. Go now and speak to Balder, and go to Hrundle Fjord with the king's favor at your side like a trusted sword.
Now, let me look at the map again. This is just an island. Yeah, it's just an island that's across from Northgard. Okay. I didn't know if it was just, like, around the bend or something like that, like around the mountain of Grizzleheim. But before we go to Balder Goldpaws, let's talk to Eric Wordrune to pick up the rune quest.
Hrundle Fjord is old, and rune-carved stones already dotted the land when we first built our halls there. Those rune stones convey much lore and wisdom that even the wisest have forgotten. If you truly plan to voyage to Hrundle Fjord, I set upon you a task to read all the rune stones you find. Return to me when you know the secrets written in the stones of Hrundle Fjord and the lands of Wintertusk.
Easy 8,000 XP. That's insane. I'm so excited. And I think Zeke also has a quest that's probably available for us at the moment. Yes, he does. Let's talk to him before we talk to Balder.
Oh, if ye are indeed going to Hrundle Fjord, there's something ye can do for old Zeke. It's a quiet little place, but it's getting cold. Too cold for little critters to survive. I hear tell of a pack of trogs in Hrundle Fjord. They're wild things that need me to look in on them. Could you check up on them? No need to rile them up. Just see how they're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Check how they're doing. All right, Balder, let's go see what's going on.
Hello there, young wizard. How can I help you? You wish to journey to Hrundle Fjord? It is a simple task. Step over to my ship and we will set sail.
Oh, we're just going into it.
Here it is, Hrundle Fjord, part of Wintertusk. If you wish to return to Northgard, or return here from Northgard, my ship is at your service. Long has it been since I visited Hrundle Fjord, but it is clear that something is terribly wrong. There is an unseasonable chill in the air, and I have never seen a ship with such ice upon it. Stride over to that nearby ship, if you will, and see what ails it and the crew who stand beside it.
This ship right here?
You examine the longship. This ice is not natural. It was frozen in place here at the dock.
Oh, brother, the crew.
These warriors were frozen in their tracks. Powerful ice magic is at work here.
Did the Ravens do this?
There are others who could have done this, but I'll wager that the Coven is behind this dread chill. Ill-doing at the docks can only be a sign that further mischief is afoot. You should go and examine the gates to Hrundle Fjord and see if they were able to withstand this wretched cold. Go and scout only. Do not open the gates or enter the village just yet. There may be trouble within. As a captain, I cannot abandon my longship, so I will wait here for your return.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, let's mark here. We're about to level. That's exciting. Leveling in Grizzleheim, you could have seen it. Just scrap iron? Nice. Yeah, I didn't realize the Coven could just freeze people. There's no way they used the power of the...
The gates are closed and appear to be locked. Like the cold, silence radiates from within the village.
Like, there's no way they used the power of, like, the Frost Giant, because he's still sleeping, I thought. Unless they just have the spell. Because if he was awake, then everyone would be cooked. Or not cooked, frozen, I guess.
The gates are locked, eh? That is a sure sign of trouble. In kinder times, the village guards would have seen the sails of my ship and opened the gate to greet us. I suspect that the village of Hrundle Fjord is in the icy clutches of evildoers. There must be a way through the gates. Perhaps a secret signal to alert those inside. Those frostbones outside the gate may know more about getting inside. You should defeat a few frostbones and see how they signal to one another.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, so this will be our first big duel. Let me make sure, is my guy still down? He is about. I think we can do this by ourselves. I do have my reinforcements just in case, but this is just a mob fight. I don't think they're going to be too bad. They can crit on me, and I do not have the most amount of health, so that is something to consider. But I think we'll be okay. Okay, let us do a Fire Blade. I don't think they can Tower Shield anymore? Yeah, they can just stun block, so that'll be helpful. And I don't think we have many fights we're doing today. I guess we have some, but I'm going to probably try to complete all of Hrundle Fjord today. Might be a little bit of a longer episode, but I think that seems to be the best route. I think we should Scald, and then just have that going on in the background while we set up for a Meteor. I don't think they have Fire Shield either, but again, the Scald can take care of that while we continue to blade up. And we boost to them. There are going to be a lot of ice enemies here, which we will boost to. But some of the bosses I know have like 5 to 6, 8,000 health or whatever. Easy 900 damage right there, nice. And then we boost on it, so... Do a Fire Blade. But yeah, there's only a few areas here. Let's go over to the anticipated episode schedule. So I think we're gonna hang out in Hrundle Fjord today, go to Australand for the next episode, and we'll do the side quest, because a lot of the side quests here kind of unlock later on. So it kind of makes more sense to just kind of do them as we get them. And then Vestralund would probably take one episode. I have Suderland and Nordrland in an episode, but I feel like those ones we can probably combine. Let's pass. Because I think those are fairly short. Yeah, Suderland is 6. Nordrland's 13 quest, actually. So, I guess we'll just see how they end up dividing up. Actually, no, Nordrland is not that many quests. So we'll probably combine those episodes. Let's Meteor Strike right off the bat. Kill our first enemies of Wintertusk. See what this ridiculous gear looks like. See, they're stun blocking like crazy. Before that would have been a Tower Shield, and we would have been cooked. But now they're the ones who are cooked. That kind of makes this a lot easier to do at this level, for sure. It's still going to be hard, and we're going to need help, but, you know, we will persevere.
As you defeat this Frostbones, it signals its allies by banging its sword on its shield. More of them bang their shields in reply. It is a code of some sort.
Interesting. Now let's grab this 4. This Frost Flower. Got a little low on health there, so that's just something to be mindful of. Eventually we will get a lot stronger. Like, I think once we hit level 50, which I'm sure we will do in Wintertusk, then we will be a lot better. Like, we might get 1 or 2 levels today.
They bang their swords upon their shields instead of speaking? This is an ancient means of signaling. Warriors of old call it Norse code.
Okay.
It is clear that the town has fallen to evil. Go and use Norse code to signal your way past the gate. The Thane of Hrundle Fjord is named Vanir Stormroar. If he lives, he will be in the village's hall. Seek him out and return to me once you know his fate.
Yeah, of course. Oh, we leveled. Easy 3,700 XP. So we'll get another 2,000 just for figuring out what's going on.
You tap on the gate a few times, and something that sounds like Norse code. A moment later, it opens.
We could have just knocked and they would have let us in. Okay. More scrap iron, please. Saw that silver chest, too.
Vanir is frozen solid. You should tell Balder the bad news.
Okay, back to Balder.
You bring ill news. Vanir alone could tell us what happened to Hrundle Fjord. We must devise a way to thaw Vanir's storm roar without harming him. This is raven magic. We need a raven. If I remember rightly, an old crone named Morn Shadowbrew dwells within Hrundle Fjord. Though she was wicked and unkind, she may be able to help us if she has not been turned to ice. Go and seek her out and see if she can be convinced
7K?
to help us in this cold hour.
For sure. Alright, so this is going to be our first boss, it looks like, coming up. Do the teleport hub, just make it easier for us. So, where is she at again? She is over here. So this is where I'm going to call in the reinforcements, and like I said, he is mostly going to be blading me. I do have a backup hit in, just in case, on this character, but he is mostly going to be just blading me, and I'm going to be doing the final blow. But I think this is almost necessary. A lot of these enemies are really tough. You saw we got the half health from just mobs, so I think it makes sense to just have a little bit of help.
Who's this? You're not frozen. No matter. You'll join the others in their wintry doom.
Wintry Doom? It's not ideal. Alright, boss deck. I think we're good with this setup still. Oh, I did not mean to start, but, well, we did, so. We're gonna get the brunt of the damage, but it'll be okay. Alright. I have my deck set up a little poorly, but it'll be fine. We'll manage. Okay. Do a feint there. Let's blade. The Coven Rube Claw has 1,000. He is myth, which means he will probably earthquake me as well. So that is something we need to look out for, because this is kind of a level 50 plus area. So that is something that we need to consider. Was that 1,000 damage? See, this is why we need help. They're doing 1,000 damage to us on the first round. Okay, I'm hoping that the myth hits here soon. Alright, I'm going to Fire Blade again, and then I'm going to also Blade here, and I should be good to hit next, provided this myth doesn't kill me, whichever poor pit he does. Okay, only 240, that's not too bad. I think this is the only boss we need to fight this. Yeah, this is the only boss we need to fight this episode, so hopefully it won't be too bad the rest of the way. We'll still be on standby, obviously. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and Meteor Strike, and then just in case I don't kill, it's Blade again on my other guy. Okay. This should do, what? What did I need to do, like 1,400 damage? This should do 1,400 damage. Alright, nice, see? It works out when you do it this way. I got an extra blade for no reason, it's perfect.
Stop! No more! I've had enough! I'll help you! What is it you want? Thawing the Thane Vanir? He knows nothing. But if you must speak to him, here is how to thaw him. Go to the geysers at the edge of the village and collect some scalding water. Here's an urn you can use. Just pour it over Vanir. He should thaw in a matter of moments. It is magic ice. Only geyser water will serve.
Very convenient that they have that. We're gonna do all those side quests later. But yeah, okay, first boss down. Wasn't too bad. I definitely should not start those fights, though. Me being at 600 health as we exit is not ideal. Anyway, let's go to this geyser. I'm really hoping we can level twice. It's been a while since we've leveled twice in an episode, so that would be pretty tight.
You collect the steaming geyser water in the urn Morn gave you. You're careful not to burn yourself.
Maybe. Can I get burned? I mean, I am a fire wizard. I'd probably be okay. Okay, to Vanir.
You pour the
Looks
steaming
huge.
geyser water upon the frozen Thane. In a moment or so, he is free from the ice.
What has happened? I was in my hall ready to fight the Coven when I became quite cold. I remember no more. Now I am soaked and steaming. My state lacks dignity, but I am grateful to you for my freedom. I don't recognize you, but you're clearly a wizard of some sort. You freed me, so I will trust you. The one you must speak to is Grandmother Raven. She is an old one, older than even the spiral. It is said she gave the eyes of time to the great tree at the heart of the spiral, but that was long, long ago. She is a loyal ally of my people. I bid you check on her, see how she fares. I fear that the Coven has done her ill. Grandmother Raven is often near the giant tree behind this hall. Go and seek her out.
Not yet. We'll get to your side quest soon. You hold your horses, Vanir. So we're about to meet the narrator. Took 50 episodes to finally meet the voice behind the game. Rest in peace, D. Aldridge, the former narrator of this game. But one of the most iconic characters in the entire King's Isle universe.
Greetings, young wizard. At long last we meet. I have long watched you as you made your way through the spiral. Perhaps you have felt my presence before. I celebrated your victories, and I hope that my counsel reached you in your journeys. You find me at a disadvantage. Though the ravens are all my children of a sort, some of them are quite wicked. The ravens of the Coven are especially untrustworthy. They caught me unawares and trapped me in this cage. If you would help an old grandmother, talk to the 3 wise sisters called the Norns at the nearby well. They can see into the past, across the world as it is, and they know what is to come. They can help you set me free.
Sounds good, Grandma. What do we get for the wooden chest here? $80, dang. Okay, Erd.
I am Erd, the one who knows all that has happened to you before this day.
I am Verdandi, and there is nothing in the spiral that is hidden from my sight.
I am Skuld, and I knew you were coming.
We Norns tend the loom of fate. Each living being is but a thread for us to weave into the tapestry of life.
As an outlander, you are free from fate. You are not of Grizzleheim, so your destiny is not part of this tapestry.
You alone can change the course of events and thwart the frightful fate that is to come.
To free Grandmother Raven, you must do the impossible. First, fetch for us the feather of a white raven.
Skogul the Pale is such a raven, with feathers the color of the moon, rather than the night dark sky.
Go to Skogul's hut in Hrundle Fjord and beg from her a single white feather.
For sure. Okay. A lot of talking today, but it's kind of nice. It's nice to talk and then get, like, 9,000 XP. It's always a good time. Norn time, actually. Alright, Skogul the Pale? Who is over here? Oh, is this the one where we need to, like defrost their door or something like that? Yeah.
Who's that outside? If you're from the Coven, leave me alone. If you've come to free me, then welcome. The door is frozen shut. If you want to be of help, fetch a kettle from the market and fill it with snow. Melt the snow in the fire pit in the market, and then bring the hot water back to pour over the ice on my door.
Alright, grabbing this large pot. I really like Hrundle Fjord. It's such a cool little area. And there's just so much, like, life here. I don't know. This was, like, one of the best designed areas in this game, for sure. Where's this large pot? Right here.
You get a cooking pot and quickly fill it with snow.
Okay, and then the cauldron? Where's the cauldron? Over here. I thought it would be by the cooking pot, but I was wrong. Right here?
The snow melts and boils quickly.
And right here.
You pour the boiling water over the ice, it melts away.
Alright, the Skogul.
You're not from around here, are you? You have my gratitude for getting rid of the ice, but I'm still plenty mad at what's been done. If you'll go and teach a handful of those ravens a lesson, any of them will do, I'll be willing to listen. So, what are you waiting for? Get out there and thrash some of the ravens that ruined this nice village.
Okay. 3. Any 3? Okay. I think it's better to fight the death ones because they don't have, Earthquake. They do have some weaknesses and spells like that, so that is something to worry about, but I think we should be good to go. Okay, 1200 health. Let's do a Fireblade. It's 2 fights that we'll need to do here. I do know they have the Death Ninja Pig spell, so that is something that we'll need to be wary of. But hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Okay. Got that. Let's do a Fireblade. Do I have my 3rd blade on, or do I just have the 2? I should have my elemental blade, but I may not. Okay, good, yeah. Use your pips before you get it. Please don't crit on me, though. That would not be nice. Thank you. That's fine. But they are going to do a lot of damage to me in these fights. I think we can do the mob ones just fine. It's the bosses that I'm scared of. Oh, he's got poison. Okay. We actually don't have it, so I'm going to Scald. Yeah, I'm going to Scald and hope we can get the Power Pip next round. But I'll definitely add that Elemental Blade. I think that'll be useful. 1300 though. Scald is not a bad spell to have, man. I didn't realize how much damage it does. I know it's mostly overtime, but I kind of like the overtime aspect of a lot of spells. Alright, Meteor Strike and Scald should be enough to kill. Do I need my backup character, really? I think so. I'll keep them just in case, but I think we're good. We just have mob fights left, so we should be fine. Alright, easy 2. Okay, let's put in the Elemental Blade while we're here. Grab some more health. How much XP do we get for this again? 9k? We might level again today. We don't have a lot of quests left in today's episode. Just really 4, including this one, so that's something to consider. But Fireblade? Okay, do another Fireblade. We'll use our pet blade. Alright, let's do Elemental Blade here. Sorry about that, I was a little distracted. Okay, and then let us Meteor Strike. Again, less than 800 health. I think we'll be fine as it goes on. These early fights are going to be tough, but there's not honestly... Are there many defeat collects? There's like 10 to 12 different mob fights we'll have to do, at least for the main quest, so I don't think it'll be too bad. Alright, nice. Let's go back to Skogul. Okay, Skogul.
I'll help you now that the ravens have paid for the trouble they brought to Hrundle Fjord. What can I do for you? A feather? An odd request, but if it's for a good cause...
Wincing, Skogul pulls out a stray feather and hands it to you.
Use that in a spell against me, and you'll wish you hadn't.
Alright, man, girlie, dial it back. I'm the one who freed you from here. Why do you think I'm, like, just gonna come after you? I wouldn't have asked you for a feather. You know, I feel like asking a raven for a feather is the equivalent of, like, feet picks. I don't know. It just feels weird. Like, or I guess you're asking for them for a lock of their hair, not feet picks. But anyway, let's talk to Erd.
This feather will serve its purpose, but it's only a start. We do not send you on idle errands. The things we need are for a mighty spell to change the fate of a world.
The next impossible thing we need is a claw from a bear with no name. In this world, that is no small thing.
Vanir Stormroarer keeps a census of all who dwell here. He knows everyone and may know if there is one with no name. Vanir is in his hall, and he will help you find this nameless bear. When you have that bear's claw, you can return.
Okay, let's go ahead and mark here, and then we'll go to Vanir. I get another 2k for this. I'm hoping to level. We have 3 quests to get 12,000 XP. And this gives 3. And so it's not really looking that great. We have a defeat and collect coming up, so I'm hoping that's enough. I did get rid of my guy. I think we're good for the rest of this episode.
You seek a bear without a name. How odd. Why would any bear not want to have a name to echo in glory? I keep a census of all those who live in this village. Read it and see if it helps.
Let's do that. Oh man, he has 2 side quests for us. Okay, the census list. I think it's in downtown, center of town. Right here.
You examine the census. The list of names doesn't include Leaf, who is standing outside of town.
I can just read that? That's pretty impressive, to not have learned the language, but be able to read what was written down. Alright, where's Leaf at? Oh, it's right here?
Greetings. Is it safe to go back into town? What? No name? How could they take Leaf off their census? I'll have to speak to Vanir about that. What's that? You'd like a claw? How odd. I was just sharpening my claws and the tip of one of them broke off. It must be fate at work. In that case, you should have it.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, man. That works out. I'm glad he didn't have to rip it out. Imagine being like, hey, but man, you got no name. Also, can you please give me one of your paws? Can I please have some feet pics?
The claw of a bear with no name. You are clever to win such a prize. Clever indeed. A feather from a white raven and a claw from a bear with no name. 2 of the 3 items we need are in hand.
The third item is perhaps the most difficult to obtain. A tooth from a wolf who has never known battle.
Fate smiles upon you. At the edge of this village is an herbalist called Regan Wildleaf. He may be of help.
So is that any fight, or is that just, like, war? Oh, we're so close. I think we can get it. I think we'll get it today with the last quest. But, because, like, what if he's just, like, in a play fight with, like, a siblings or something like that? Does that count as battle? Like, what is the extent of it? I guess we'll find out.
You aren't from here. Did you come with the Coven, or are you here as a friend to the folk of Hrundle Fjord? We can use allies in this grave time. I am an herbalist, and I do what I can to heal the sick. A tooth? What a strange request. And an odd coincidence. One I cannot ignore. When the ice first came, I bit a piece of it and broke a tooth. I'll readily give it to you, but can you help me? I have an ache from the missing tooth, and the herbs I need for the remedy are outside of town. I'll need a sprig each of valerian and of amaranth. They grow around the village and outside the front gates. I'll also need a branch of moonwort, which the Coven Nightwings may have taken. Gather those 3 herbs, bring them to me, and I'll look around and see if I can find that broken tooth.
Okay. Are we able to just do the defeat? The Coven Rune Call. Those are the myth guys. That's not going to be fun. But we should be able to do that. I say let's do that right off the bat, because that's going to probably be the most frustrating one to do. Alright, let's go. It's just to defeat 2, so we could get lucky and get it all this one fight, but we probably won't. Okay. We just need to hit before they hit with Earthquake. And Earthquake is 6 pips, so the minute that either of them have 6 pips, especially because we start, I am just going to hit them. See, now they're farting on me. This is just uncalled for. Okay, yeah, he's going to try to Earthquake me. I can tell. He's got 5 pips, so we can risk it just a little longer. Man, but I can't believe we're about to level twice today. Get to level 45. It's going to be huge. We're honestly making pretty good progress. We're about a quarter of the way through the main story here. Obviously, we have a lot of sides to do, and that'll be fun for a leveling perspective. Let's do a Meteor Strike. He might Orthrus me. If he Orthruses me, that's going to do a lot of damage. Ooh, I got so close. Oh god, is he gonna Orthrus me? Alright, that's fine. Orthrus would have done like 800 damage. And if he crit, I would have just died. So this is still gonna do a lot. But, you know, less than it would have been. Okay, now what? Now we just Meteor Strike. That's unfortunate. I really would appreciate it if you did not fizzle, especially in any fight. That's fine. Get rid of the damage. Do like 200. Right, and then Meteor Strike. There we go. Got it that time. Yeah, we're about, a quarter of the way through the main quest, but the sides are definitely going to take a while. Did we get it? Yes, we did. Perfect. Okay, now we need to grab... what again? Moonwort, which is over here, it looks like, or is it up higher? It's up higher, actually. I'll grab this one here. Is there a, is he over here? Where's the Trog at? I don't think he's over here. He's somewhere around here. We'll find him. They must be up higher, like up on a ledge or something, or out by the dock. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I did see some stuff sticking out while we were at the dock. And it was. Okay, this is the Valyrian. We just need 2 of it. Not too bad. And then now we need the Amaranth. Is this what Amaranth looks like? All I know from Amaranth is from Stardew Valley. I'm picturing purple hay. Alright, I think it's by Studio? Yeah, it's up here. Okay. Actually, yeah, there's the Trog. Right here. Look at this guy. Is he moving at all, or is he just hanging out? Not moving a muscle. He's not doing well. I'm not gonna lie. That. Now let's go down here and go over to Regan. Or Region? We'll go Regan. I think it's Regan.
You're quite the gatherer. Those herbs will help ease the pain of this broken tooth. And here, this is for you.
Regan hands you a jagged piece of broken tooth. That must have hurt coming out.
Of course, thank you. Alright, back to the Ravens, the Nords.
We have the 3 that cannot be. Now is the time to weave our greatest magic. Tooth, claw, and feather. These are symbols of our people, yet each comes from a source that cannot be.
You must bind them with the thread of your life and weave them into the tapestry that is Grizzleheim's fate.
Take feather? claw, and tooth to the loom of fate. Tie them to your thread, you will know it, and return to us.
So we'll just know what our threat is? I thought we weren't on the loom of fate. We weren't from here. I guess everyone has a fate.
One of the threads looks a little different from the others. You get a sense that it represents you. You tie the feather, claw, and tooth to the thread. Strangely, Grizzleheim feels a little more like home to you.
That's kind of cute. I like that. What is this going to be? 4,000. Yeah, we're definitely leveling today. Again. Awesome.
You can now dispel the magic that binds Grandmother Raven within her cage. It should open to your touch.
Alright, time for a cool cutscene, guys. Don't mind the cannon. Ignore the cannon and the penguin. We're shooting her. I remember as a kid, it's just so cool. It's still cool.
Free from that cage. Now I can take on my true form. Do not be afraid. Walk up the ramp so that I can see you, eye to eye.
For sure. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, sweet narrator lady. Remember when she becomes evil? Yeah.
It has been centuries since I wore this shape. Oh, to stretch these wings once more. There is still much to do, else the Everwinter takes us all in its cold, clawed grasp. When the Ice Titan fought with his brothers, the Titans of Fire and Storm, the world was threatened with ruin. Bartleby sung the song that put them to sleep and bound together the shattered world and spun it into the spiral. 4 sons there are of the Ice Titan, 4 giants of frost. Austri, Vestri, Sudri, and Nordri are their names. Each frost giant rules a land near Hrundle Fjord, and they have never been friendly to bear, wolf, or raven. But the one they liked least was their father, the Ice Titan himself. While the father slumbers, the sons run wild. The 4 ice giants each have a means to bind their father to sleep. 4 golden seals, 1 to each. I lay this task upon you, to fetch back the golden seals. The gate to Austri's land will now open to you. Go through the gate and speak to Austri. Bargain for the seal, then return with it. There is no other way.
Awesome. Well, that's going to wrap it up pretty much today, guys. We freed Grandmother Raven, got acquainted to Wintertusk. Next time, we are going to do Australand. A lot of the side quests that I would have normally done after we finish this street kind of unlock after we finish Australand, or at least some of them do. So I think it's better to just continue on with the main story and see what's going on there. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this first episode of Wintertusk. We leveled up to 45. I might see if there's any better gear we can get to assist us for some of these tough fights we got coming up. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Hopefully I'll be changed up a little bit. Have a good one.